And finally we have the kitchen. But first, let's set the scene a little. When I bought this apartment just a year ago, the kitchen had a very strange, uncomfortable layout and it was half finished.
To make matters worse, the color wasn't my favorite either, so this was going to be a complete renovation.
We started by gaining more space and improving the layout, and for that we knocked down 2 of the walls to connect the living room, dining room and kitchen. But after making this connection, we started to have doubts about whether to get rid of the hallway, which was completely useless. That way we could extend the kitchen by several meters. After much thought, I created a 3D plan of the new layout and decided to knock down the last remaining wall as I could better visualize the apartment's new design. We removed the old kitchen, and to gain a few more centimeters of space, we took out the tiles and the huge clumps of adhesive that were stuck to them. Well, it wasn't just for the space but also for safety, since some of them were practically falling off on their own. Once the wall was clean of old tiles, it was time to fix the walls and make them as smooth as possible. With the wall almost ready, we extended it by about 1 more meter with construction panels, so we would have more space for the new kitchen. With the measurements taken, we went to Bauhaus to make the final 2D and 3D plans and choose the colors, which is the most fun part. I chose not only the kitchen but also the floor and wall tiles. Once everything was picked, we gathered our strength and continued with the tiles.
We covered the whole wall with beautiful marble tile we chose from Bauhaus.
After grouting, receiving the furniture and making the new ceiling, we are now at the current stage of the renovation. Hello, I'm back again. I'm going to show you some things I've bought. On one hand, there's the grout, which I chose in pearl white. I think it's the one that will match the color best. Then I have the shower tiles here, which I've also already picked up. Here are some things that were needed for the lighting, and this here is for the water flow, so I can shut off the water in the kitchen whenever necessary. We can shut off the water independently. And now we're going to get changed and start. Now let's get to work. There's quite a lot to do. I'm giving this area a second coat since it only has the first one from the joint. But I forgot something really important. I've bought several things, but this is the most important. I also bought the wash basin, not the sink.
This is for when the faucet and the dishes are installed. Here they've connected the hoses for me, and whenever the hose breaks or you need to remove a faucet, anything like that, you just shut it off here. You don't have to shut off the main supply.
Now over here we're going to try to move this cabinet. This is how it looks. It couldn't be more awkward, but anyway, we're just going to leave it here so we can wash our face in the morning, brush our teeth and so on. And meanwhile, over here we have the cabinets, which in theory are these ones here, the ones for the upper part. Let's find them and start positioning them to see where they go. Well, now it's the big moment, which is opening the cabinets. So which one is this? Oh no, this one is for the bottom, which matches that one over there. How beautiful. This one is for the microwave. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I mean, I can't open it. It's because it has tape on it. It's from the excitement.
It's from the excitement.
The wait feels long. Oh, how beautiful. Later on, I'll explain absolutely everything about this kitchen. But for now, I'll just tell you a few things. At Bauhaus, there are 3 kitchen types: affordable, mid-range, and high-end.
This is the mid-range one.
The cheapest one comes with the furniture unassembled, and the mid-range and the highest end ones come with the furniture already assembled. So, well, this is the mid-range one. Later, I'll show you everything about how the handle closes, which is on one side and on the other. I'll show you everything in detail. If you pick the mid-range or top option, the furniture comes assembled and ready to set up. Actually, more than just the furniture is included. This is interesting. Along with the furniture, it includes pre-installed mounting hardware for hanging. Normally, we would have to install this ourselves to be able to hang the furniture, but it's already done. Attach the mounting piece to your wall. Since this one has the hanging part, just place it and it's installed. And look at the wood tone, how beautiful it is. I love it. I really like it a lot. This is the hood cabinet which hides the hood. Only a small section will show from below, making it more discreet. We already have them all more or less in place. There's just one more left for the upper part. I brought the plan here to check. This one would be for the microwave. This one is for the hood. 2 regular ones and another small one, which is probably that one over there. That cabinet really looks like and has a good chance of being one of them. On the inside, as I was saying, there are these little holes that allow you to access them, and then this is completely hidden. I'll show you later, but it has a cover so it gets concealed. While you can access them, you can then cover it up and nothing is visible at all. My mother is going to grout the sink area, so now we're going to prepare the mixture. This is its color when wet. Now we just need to see how it looks once applied to check if it's not too light. It looks like a shade that's, well, just like the floor where you can't really tell if it's gray or maybe a pearl gray, right? Once I'm done with this area, then I'll move the furniture to the other side. You can really tell there's such a difference between the areas where the joint is done and where it's not. Because the hole, whether you want it or not, well, sometimes the joint gets dark, but I like the joint to be the same color as the floor. Because that way the floor looks much more uniform, it all looks much more even. So the fact that you can see these lines here creates a visual boundary that, personally, I don't really like that much. And in fact, I really like this floor because it had that cement effect. You know, it's kind of cement-like with, you know, some areas darker and some lighter. And I really like how that looks combined because it creates some marbling in certain areas. The area I think I'll like the most once it's installed will be the shower, because we did this little section here. In the end, I didn't choose this one because it's the stone I mentioned. It's too light, so the difference stands out. Plus, once people walk on it, it'll get dirty fast and look messy. So that one is a little bit darker. Well, the color is a bit closer to what I want. The only thing we've done is measure the width and the height, and then we went ahead and took the measurement there and made the hole. Let's set it up, even if that furniture isn't meant for that spot. I brought the tile to put in the shower so I could see how it would look. And it turns out, look at the size, what I'm missing is this little piece of crap. So what I'll have to do is cut them unevenly. Let's say they'll be cut like this. And there will be more scraps, but that's okay, because later those scraps can be used for the niche. And over here, if you remember, I have the sample. This is going to be the wood that will be placed on the front of the sink. The front will be made of wood, but if you notice, the color is very similar. The intention with this sample was to find the shade most similar to the one in the shower, so that even though there's a few meters of distance, the color would be as close as possible. Well, let's stop to have a little something to eat, because today we have
stew with potatoes.
We've already eaten, and what I'm going to do is start by placing the tiles here while my dad finishes installing the brackets where the cabinets will be attached. Since only one person can use the hammer drill, I'll keep working on this and was taking measurements. And each of these tiles measures 20 centimeters, so the last one that goes here will be at 140. I didn't know if it could be seen inside, squared in the camera, but it's okay because it will fit almost completely, so I think it will look good visually. Before, and that's how it should be done, you have to remove the grout. But, well, since I was in a hurry, I thought when my mom comes, The
look on your face, you must have already put it on, right?
I figured I'd handle the tedious cutting first, then grout would be quick. Wow, now we can hang the first cabinet. Oh, how exciting. Oh my, how beautiful. It's push.
I love the wood, huh? It's beautiful.
It's incredible. On the other hand, here's my father making the hole for the bell. Because the bell, well, of course, you have to pass the pipe that has to go all the way over there. Let's say this pipe comes out here. Well, you have to make the hole and it has to be connected here. Do you want to put it in yourself?
Should I put it in?
Go ahead.
Let's see. If I learn here, then I know one more thing to do, right?
Of course. Wow, you've already put it in place.
It's a piece of cake, isn't it?
You need to tighten it slightly.
You just need to hit it with the hammer, right?
Yes, and make sure it's as close as possible. The hammer is here. I use the wedge to tighten because doing it bottom to top would separate the tiles. These pieces level, but they don't hold anything together. You have to put it together yourself as closely as possible.
Okay, the joint separates it from the wall.
Here you have to stick it as close as possible here. And on the back of the furniture, whether it's the first or the second one, let's say, we've put, well, my father has placed these reinforcements.
Well, it's just that otherwise the tile wouldn't support the weight, basically. This way, the entire structure supports the furniture's weight. The structure takes the weight, not the tile itself.
When you place it, stick it as close as possible. Here, exactly.
On the right side?
Yes, exactly.
So that the joint pulls as little as possible.
Yes, so it's barely visible. Well, we're done for today. It's
Time to wrap up. It's 7:45.
7:45. We're exhausted, so we're going to shower, have dinner, and sleep. And tomorrow we'll continue. While my dad finishes putting the plates in place, we'll continue in this area here, which we left off yesterday. Well, with the little stones in place, thank goodness I remembered.
Hello, I'm here now.
With the stroller, right, folded.
Yes, because we have to go shopping.
Today I won't be here for long.
Before laying the tiles, what we're going to do is bring the bigger pieces of furniture over to the area where they're going to go. That way the furniture won't get in the way later. We'll move them, clean the area, put them in place, then continue with the upstairs furniture. Yesterday I already grouted just this area of the floor. If you look closely, you can't see the joint anymore. And since today we're going to put the furniture in soon, I thought, well, let's just get the grouting done. Let's also remove these little pieces. Let's prepare the grout, and that's what we're gonna use for the kitchen area, for the fridge area. The floor is already clean and free of pieces, so we can start applying the grout now. Oh, this is a more difficult moment because we have to go through, let's say, the beam that's here, which drops down a bit because that beam is completely covered with bricks. She said.
This one isn't in its place, so we can't put the other one in.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Wow, it's a color that fascinates me. I'm in love with it. Honestly, when I went to Bauhaus to choose the color, there were many I liked, but picking this one was absolutely the right choice. Backwards. See the difference already? It's amazing how much it's changed. Let's remove the other one now. Now we can lift it,
Let's see for now. There's the backside.
Come on, up at the same time.
It's so hot.
How exciting.
So exciting.
Absolutely beautiful. Look at this spectacular piece of furniture. As you can see, this one is missing the decorative handle cover. This is how you open it, by putting your hand in. And over here we can see the countertop better, which was completely hidden before. And if you notice, it's the same color as this part here. Now you can compare it a little with the furniture over there. It looks super cool.
But that's so good.
Oh my, how beautiful. And my mom and I are going to locate the ones on the bottom, all the ones that are going to go in this area here. One more, we only have 2 left that we have here. This one is the same size as that one, which is 60 by 90 in height, and this one is 30, which is the shortest one, and it will go in the corner. We have one more. Now we're missing the last one, but we need to finish fastening it, right? I mean, the support needs to go in. I'm going to find all the ones we're missing, because this one, if I understand correctly, looks like it's the oven. So the opening goes down here. Look at how this is coming together, it's so beautiful. Now I'm going to put the legs on. We unpacked this one because I wanted to see the color. And the legs come in this little box. Honestly, putting it together has been incredibly easy. The only thing that's a bit more complicated, we could say, is attaching the support pieces for the upper cabinets. But it's nothing out of this world either. It's just what we talked about. You just measure, screw it in. Then once these hooks are in place, we put the cabinets where they go and adjust them with the little wheels that let us do that. For the lower ones, we just set them up, attach the legs and place the countertop. Then we'll make holes in the countertop, I'll lay them down and attach the legs. The upper ones should be screwed together to form a solid block. And also, this small gap you see will be completely closed, so everything is joined together. So what we're going to use are some screws that come with the kitchen assembly. For the design of this kitchen, well, I'll explain later what I based it on, but I love the combination of natural elements like marble or wood. I thought it would look really beautiful to combine these 2 textures, on one hand the marble and on the other hand the wood. And also a third texture, which would be the completely smooth matte finish of the lower cabinets. And what I was going to explain to you is about the screws. What is this screw called?
I don't know.
This screw, which doesn't seem to have a name, is placed on one side and on the other, and then it allows you to join the 2 pieces of furniture together so that it looks nice on both sides, let's say. It's a screw on both sides. And over there, right? And it looks super great because everything is together. This here is the push for opening. But look at how the furniture looks. It's completely flush. I mean, it's turning out great, isn't it? Just incredible. No, you won't recognize it. Well, maybe since you already do. Haha.
Just an hour ago.
A lot more since I'm gone, right?
No. Ivan will be amazed when he comes because he won't recognize it. We have here,
A pasta salad.
exactly, pasta salad with tuna, egg, lettuce, and tomato. Oh, I really feel like sitting in the sun like this, yes.
Even if it's just for a little while, but
A little bit of vitamin. Look at the view you can see from here. Let's see if today we can set up the furniture downstairs and the countertop. That would be honestly just the best of the best. The day is getting pretty bad.
yeah, it's gonna rain today.
I hope there's enough light, and my mom and I are going to set up the legs.
Okay.
I had said that there was a piece of furniture missing, which was this one here, but actually that's not the case. we didn't realize that the dishwasher goes here. So the dishwasher doesn't go inside a cabinet, you just attach the door to it. That's basically the idea. This little drawer is really nice because we can put the trays in it, so we don't leave them just anywhere and they stay completely hidden. And look, how cool is this? This is really well thought out, huh? I love it. I like it a lot. And this one is smaller and it's perfect for a pantry with the shelf in the middle. And here you can put pantry items. This one is so pretty. It's heavy, huh? Go back, look.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful.
Isn't it incredible?
Oh, this big one.
For the pots?
For the pots, the pans, you have those two plus this one. We won't bump into the corner anymore.
Haha, I hope so too. We can close this one. Here to put, yes, the cutlery and everything else.
This one can be for the wooden spoons, for...
Spoons, knives.
And this one, well, for the pots, the pans.
It's pretty big, so everything will fit perfectly.
You know these, the narrower one also fits your Tupperware well.
Yes. We haven't put the legs on these here, so we've completely disassembled it.
Big mistake.
Yes, we should have done it before setting it up, but we forgot. Now we've already taken it apart and are going to tilt it to reassemble it. How beautiful! And now that all the upper and lower cabinets are in place, the only thing left is the countertop.
Let's take this out of here. Let's put it here so we can pass it over here.
Oh my god, how beautiful! I love it, I love it! You're standing right in the way, blocking the best part of the house.
No, the most beautiful part hasn't been shown.
Look at the combination of the countertop with the upper cabinets, it really looks incredible. This little piece is for the gola handle.
I'm totally in love with it.
Me too.
Oh, the camera is here.
I'm already hungry, I am.
He set it up as a surprise.
Tomorrow coffee will be in the new kitchen, okay?
It's exciting, isn't it?
I still can't believe it. One really important thing, and it's such a nice detail, is that this right here, if you remember, used to be white. Look, yeah, lift it up a little. This part here is white, the corner. So then you put this trim on so that it matches the same color and looks perfect. That way, when you look at it from the side, everything is the same color and it looks perfect, so...
And on top it has another color.
Exactly, this goes here. And then it already has a perfect finish. I mean, you look at it from the side and it looks great. And the thing is that we put it in place before cutting the countertop, because the countertop has to be cut right at the edge.
Flush.
Flush.
This one will have the same thing. If you look here, it was completely white, and now you can see this color, which is the same color, which is actually sand color. I was a bit worried during the design phase that it might turn out narrow, but it's actually very wide. And the truth is that you can access anywhere incredibly well. It's not tight at all. And if we open the door, we can almost open it completely. Go in and out to the laundry room without anything getting in the way at all. This, which I'm sure you've noticed, is because we still have to adjust the door. That is, here, in these two little holes, you have to adjust it so the door goes up or down. But we don't want to waste time on this, because it's very easy to do. Alright, the first thing we'll do is cut a small piece here. Because if you notice, particle board countertops leave this little piece here, which is the particle board inside. So as you can see, we're going to cut this small edge to 2 centimeters and then we'll go over there and cut it to size. But first we're going to cut this one and then we'll take the measurement. We're going to do it with a saw. This one is cordless, so it's great for this kind of thing. If I make a hole here now to install the cooktop and we end up with this edge like I showed you, which is made of particle board, we need to apply a polyurethane putty to prevent moisture from seeping inside, so the interior stays completely protected. This is why after making a cut, we apply putty to protect the inside, as this part doesn't need it since it's synthetic. We're going to move on to cutting this side, but I'm going to explain a little trick that I also saw on Instagram tips, and I tried it and it worked. And it's with a utility knife. We're going to cut the laminate and then apply the tape. Even though that side barely chipped, just to make sure and give it double protection, let's say we're going to use the utility knife and then apply the tape. Today we're going to continue with the kitchen and the bathroom, so we still have quite a bit of work ahead of us. Let's see if today can be as productive as yesterday, or, well, in the previous episode, or whenever you watched it, and I hope I can make more progress on things. Oh, we're going to start with the kitchen, putting the elements in place, and my mom and I are going to continue with the bathroom, finishing up the shower tiles. So let's get started. This is the sink I bought. It's a sink, well, I'll explain in a moment. It's actually pretty big. The sink is going to go there. Oh, I'm taking the plant out. I put it here to see how it looked as decoration. And then over here we have the little faucet, which I also bought in the same color. Notice that faucets are usually chrome, but once I ordered, well, for our kitchen, we bought it in brushed stainless steel, and I loved it. In fact, it's this color, which is the same as the sink, and I like it because it doesn't have that shine that chrome has. Chrome has a shine. Look at my mom's watch. Look, come over here. This would be a little bit of the tone that chrome has, just to see the difference, let's say, between the... Well, you can't really see it here, but maybe if I shine the light like this, you can tell that chrome shines much more than brushed steel. The color is much more muted. And well, I'll explain to you why it has this strange design. Because you see, there are faucets that are probably much prettier. That's undeniable. But this is one of the most practical faucets we've found. And actually, my parents have the exact same one, but in chrome, in their apartment, in their house. My grandmother has it too, and it's this design. It has 2 water outlets, and you can control access to each. One is for regular water, for filling up, washing your hands and all that, for washing the dishes. And the other is for filtered water. That is for personal consumption, so you can drink it. So you don't even have to buy water bottles or those machines that dispense water so you can drink it, let's say. This one already comes filtered. You just have to do a couple of things here. Buy a filter, you have it under the sink, and you can drink water directly from the tap. This one here would be for regular water, and this one here would be for filtered water. And that's pretty much it. On this side, it's like this. So here is the smaller stream, which is for drinking water. And this one is for, let's say, the water for washing dishes. I haven't mentioned this yet. You can turn it fully to one side like this. Then direct it as needed to wash dishes. Here you're going to see the color really clearly, okay? Because this one is chrome and this one is brushed stainless steel. If you notice, the tone is completely different since one is much shinier and the other is much more matte. Besides, this color matches my kitchen much better. This one kind of clashed. There was nothing shiny like that. Everything is matte. I wanted something to keep tenants from carrying bottles back and forth and realized this faucet was the answer.
You trust that I should keep going with the tiles, right?
Of course.
I haven't done too badly with this half, have I?
It's turning out really nice for you.
It's not the first time I've put it on, you know?
It's not the first time?
Many years ago, I already put it on the floor.
Oh, really?
On the second floor of the house, which your father installed, the first one was done by the builder. The second one we did ourselves. And the little room where I had my sewing room, I set that one up myself.
Oh, really?
It was many years ago. Of course, it's been so many years that I've lost practice, but well, here we are to learn and continue. It's
just that the wood tone looks amazing. It's super, super cool.
Yeah, and when the joint is there?
With the grout, it's gonna look incredible. Yes. Okay, so while we're working on the sink on the bathroom, my dad is going to keep installing the sink. Well, not the sink, the kitchen sink.
These are the measurements.
And let's say, what's the measurement you've left for the...
It's 540 by 440, but we've kept it at 500 by 400.
So, to make the hole, first you use a drill, which you use in these corners. Well, we've already shown this many times on the channel. And then the saw goes into this little hole, and then you can cut. Particle board is incredibly easy to cut. It's basically pressed wood, so it's really simple to work with. This particle board countertop is also from Bauhaus. I'll leave the link to the countertop and everything else in the description. Okay, the hole's done. Most importantly, cover all the particle board with polyurethane putty to prevent water from seeping in. Well, it still needs a little adjustment, but anyway, like I was saying, before installing it, we're going to apply the polyurethane putty, this one, which is the same one we used in the bathroom, to seal everything. These here are the profiles, which are for the Gola handle, and we're going to cut them to size. This, let's say, is the trim, which stays kind of hidden, so to speak. The hole is already made. I wanted to mention that it was done with a hole saw, and I had to go to the hardware store to buy another one because the one we had wasn't the right diameter. This one is, well, I think it was 35, right? And we needed a 38 diameter. This is the sawdust that came out from cutting that, which is hard to believe considering it's such a small amount, but well, it's a pretty solid chunk of countertop. Typically, porcelain, neolith, or silestone countertops are thin like this. There are thicker ones, but most are thin, while this one appears much wider. Well, I prefer wider countertops, but it's true that if it were made of porcelain, one this thick would have been much more expensive.
When the wall was here, and we thought about not removing it, we only wanted to take out this one here, by chance, I came across some pictures from when you were thinking about putting the fridge here,
And now I see it, and honestly, it had to be this way, you know? I mean, no. We've come back from lunch, and here my dad is making a recess.
It's an overflow for water.
Exactly, so he has to fit it in there. My mom is already putting this here.
This is almost finished, huh?
And I'm cutting it to size, and I've already cut this one, so we can put it in place now.
I've made a small notch here because this is where the water overflow goes.
Well, and now my father is going to apply the polyurethane putty. I usually do it with my finger, but it's true that since it's so thick, it's almost better to use a small scraper, right? And that way, it's completely sealed. Let's say if you look closely, it creates a film on the outside, and then it prevents, let's say, when water seeps in, whether you're cleaning the countertop with a little extra water and so on, well, we put that on and it's perfect. It lasts much longer for us, and then this, which we haven't explained before, the niche has to have a downward slope. So to check it, we used this stopper, and that way, you know.
It's just that we don't have anything else.
Yes, you can use a marble too. Let's see here on this side. Besides that, obviously we've used a level, right? That's the most reliable way to know, above all. Here we put this like this, and here it already shows us that it is completely sloped outward, so the water will flow down. It's barely noticeable, but it's enough to keep the water from getting stuck. If you look, there's a hole here, that's where this goes, which is the gola handle. So this metal profile just gets some small pieces on the back, which are then hooked with another piece and attached to the furniture. Notice that this looks like this, and this is the little hole we have left so we can put our hand in and open the cabinets. And down here it's exactly the same. You grab it and you can open it really easily. I want to know if this measurement works for me here. I see that it's missing. Can you move it back a little?
Well, although that one has less.
Yes, we've repeated that little cut.
Now it's perfect.
Yes, now we have to put the flexible mortar on it and then just leave it.
Tomorrow, the grout.
We've cut everything like the sides and so on so that the top part rests on the sides, and that's why it has that shape. Although later I said it was a trim, well, we'll evaluate it depending on how the final result looks. But anyway, the idea was to put a little trim on it. And well, so we just fill this in and that's it with the grout. This is the baseboard that goes on the bottom part, and this here is the sticker, which we've already removed. And that's it. It fits into the bottom part with some fittings that go on the legs. This part here is placed on the leg, and then the baseboard is screwed directly onto it. And this is an accessory that also comes with the kitchen, just like the baseboard, and it's for a kind of joint so dirt doesn't get in either, which is also very clever. Ivan has arrived to see the progress for the first time.
Let's see, because I'm coming.
You can come in. Close your eyes for a moment.
Do I have to close them?
And over here, over here, over here, over here.
Can I open them now?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think?
Well, it's already set up and everything?
Yes, it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Wow. I thought you just set up the upstairs furniture, but you arranged everything.
Yes, yes. What do you think about the colors?
It's really cool, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Oh, look. Well, yeah, I remember we took it.
From the gola handle, they all include the brake. These drawers, for example. Right now the baseboard's only half installed, but anyway.
Great choice of wood, huh?
The wood is spectacular. I mean, it's amazing.
I'm so jealous.
The door needs adjustment, but all the furniture is the right height. Only the door needs fixing.
They all have push mechanisms, right?
Look, go ahead and open it.
Wow, what now? I want this kitchen at home.
Me too! Good morning! Today we're going to continue with our wonderful kitchen. They're going to finish installing the bottom baseboard we cut yesterday by screwing it in. We've already bought the screws. My mother and I are going to make space in the rest of the house, and we'll keep laying the floor. These little pieces are the ones that will hold the gola handle. You put these little pieces here, like this, then that one gets screwed in here, and then you fit these little pieces with the one we've put over there.
They already have a small mark so you don't make a mistake when placing the supports.
Ah, look, very good. I was maybe worried about the handle part, because of course that was probably the part that could get the most complicated. But it's incredibly easy. It really surprised me. We've made space here in the bedroom. Lay the floor in this part, let's say this half, and move all those mattresses over here, and then do the opposite. When we're done, when this is completely dry, we'll move everything from over there to here, and that way we can finish the other half. We'll use this idea so we won't have to empty the whole apartment, which would be almost impossible. But the closet had...
Oh, that scared me.
Oh, so there was a mirror and I was here every day without a mirror?
That's true. The bathroom one broke, right?
I had to look at myself in the reflection of a window. What I'm noticing here is one thing, and that's that we fixed the dampness.
It came out again.
It came out again. We need to treat it better and give it proper care. Simply, what?
No door, so it was airing out.
Yes. What we did was remove the wallpaper because we thought the wallpaper was what caused the humidity and we just painted it. But it's clear that there's a humidity problem here and it needs to be dealt with. What amazes me, just look, what a strange thing. The humidity forms shapes like drawings.
Maybe the glue from the wallpaper stayed, and even though it was painted over, it came back out again.
It came back, right? Let's give it another chance, paint it, and see if it returns.
It must be from the wallpaper glue.
There's a suspicious stain.
You can treat the whole closet since...
Yes, we'll treat everything now, and that way it'll be fine. These screws that are being put in are to attach this side trim. This trim is being attached here to the furniture. Make a small hole, insert the screw, and it's fully secured. We also bought this yesterday, and it's really well thought out. Because it's like a little white piece that you put on the screw, so the screw stays with that on it. And you can't see anything. That one looks black, and this one looks white. See here, for example. This stays white, but those are just finishing touches to make it look delicate, right?
That's for the record.
That to get a better grade. We've already called, they're coming to pick up some furniture, so it can't be used. We've already taken all of this out of the old kitchen, and these are the pieces of furniture that need to be thrown away. Let's say that one too, because it's really broken, swollen everywhere, so we can't use it. So that's it, out they go. These here are some trim pieces that go inside the cabinet. Like this, the holes are covered. This one has it too, but this one doesn't. So you see this, which looks a bit uglier. You put this on to cover it, and it's a nice detail that looks better and gives a nicer finish. That's what we mean. On the other hand, we have this one here, which is to cover the other hole, the one that's here in this area, and then if you want, you can take it out and access it. So you just need to press it in, and that's it. These are the hinges that have a built-in stopper, meaning the furniture. These close and are slowed down thanks to the hinge. If you notice, it closes super slowly. And then the opening, there's this little detail here too. And we have this little rubber piece that's for putting your fingers in, so the door doesn't get damaged. You can grab it well, but it's a handle that's completely hidden. The faucet is already installed, and now, we're going to put in the sink. You need to put a very thin line of polyurethane putty here, so that it's completely sealed and waterproof, and so that water doesn't leak through. I'll explain what Ivan is doing.
Hi, how are you?
We haven't explained it, though we did cover it in earlier episodes. But this right here is a drawer that we could call a breakfast nook. The idea here is to have a shelf more or less at the height of this countertop, approximately. And then you can leave a coffee maker here, along with its capsules, so you can quickly make yourself a coffee, and sometimes the coffee maker gets in the way here. And this way, everything looks very nice and uncluttered. They'll go last after measuring multiple times and deciding on the best option. We've spent a long time debating. We're going to put up a small piece of plasterboard here. Then a piece of wood will go there, which is left over from this countertop. So we're going to recycle these leftover pieces of countertop. We're going to place one there. If I remember correctly, we set it 60 centimeters high, which is where the black mark is. That would be the second height. And then there was a third one, which is high enough so it doesn't get in your way, but also so you can access it easily. The cutting board, for example, looks really nice there, in a little corner like that, with some small shelves and so on. Just a few decorative things. And then this part is completely covered, just like the bottom part.
And all of that is lit up with an LED strip?
Exactly. The edge we're going to use is the stone color one. We've already used it somewhere else, but I can't remember where right now. But it's the prettiest color and the one that matches the walls best, since the micro cement is a mocha color and this has that beige stone effect. So it's the one that looks best when combined with the micro cement. If you look closely, it's a very similar color. Well, this is going really well. basically on every level.
I want to give myself some credit. This is the first niche I've ever made, you know?
Ha ha ha!
Never make a drywall niche. If it looks good, we stay quiet. But if it fails, let this video be seen.
And now we're going to move on to installing this here, the trim, right? So to speak. If you look, you can see the particle board here. This has to match the same tone as here. So for that, they sell these rolls that are exactly the same color, which you stick on with hot air. Let's say you apply hot air here and this sticks on. So what we're going to do is adjust the measurement here so that it fits as closely as possible. And underneath, we're going to cut it with a utility knife. And now, finally, after almost 2 weeks of working really hard, we've managed to leave the kitchen like this. And the truth is, when I saw the 3D plans at Bauhaus, I liked the kitchen, but I never imagined I would absolutely love it this much. Honestly, we're really excited and I think it turned out fantastic. Well guys, as you can see, there are still a lot of things left to finish. We still have to do the entire dining room, finish the floor, the niche, many details in the kitchen, the rooms, the bedrooms, but you'll see all of this in upcoming episodes starting next week. I hope you like this kitchen as much as we did. I'm absolutely in love with it. And I'll see you very soon in upcoming videos. See you soon. And now to celebrate, a little glass of sangria.
We really have finished the kitchen.
We're almost done with the kitchen. A toast? Almost there. Let's see, open it. Here it goes.
Wow.
Let's see, open this one.
Oh, how funny.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media so you don't miss out on our daily transformations.